shark bait has such teeth, dear.
In Florida, if an elephant is tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid same as if it was a vehicle. Now, does an elephant weigh more than your average car?
I bet it does.
I would think so. I think you should have to pay a little more, wouldn't you think?
I've actually ridden an elephant in Florida.
Seriously?
What's the jungle part of Disney?
Believe it or not, we don't rehearse. He didn't know that was my opening line. You really wrote a fucking elephant?
What's the Disney thing with all the animals? Not Epcot, but the other one.
I don't know.
That one. Anyways, who cares?
Nobody cares. I'll bet you that elephant had a real bad back after you were on there.
He retired not long after.
Okay,
this is going to be bad.
This is going to be horrible. We have a live studio audience that we're going to talk about here in a second. But before I get to that, we are a Category 5 podcast, the only one in the universe. And just to give you a compare and contrast, you hear about Hurricane Eric?
I haven't heard this one.
Yeah. It hit New Mexico, and it was Category 3, which is kind of the pussy of hurricanes.
Yeah.
And it's now a tropical storm. We've never been downgraded. Never fucking been downgraded. No.
Right.
Eric, fuck you. Yeah. Well, stick with Pittsburgh dive bar talk.
That's right. Suck on
now, I'm going to introduce us early today. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. No, I didn't. We spent yesterday together for a while, and I didn't bring this up. You can fuck up the easiest fucking
What are you
thing.
talking about?
Okay. This week, and I'm going to get to what we're going to do here on the show in a little bit. And Would You Rather is up. Yeah. And I picked two women. Total letters in their names were 7 each. It was a 4 first name, 3 last name versus a 3 first name, 4 last name.
Okay.
You misspelled a 3-letter name.
Who? Which one?
Dua.
What did I say?
D-U-A. You spell out D-Y-A, and then say, here's what happens. He sends me the fucking pictures, and then I send them out to everybody, and everyone's giving me shit. Hey, you misspelled that. No, this dumb fuck can't spell. I give him 3 fucking letters. D-U-A.
And I spelled a D-Y?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Anyway. No,
yeah.
I hope she loses.
Well, that's not neither here nor there. Don't put the damn blame on someone else. Poor Dua. She has a fucking name, and you can't spell a 3-letter name.
Why can't she have a normal name like Sue?
I don't know, but why can't you? I sent you DUA. Why can't you fucking do it? You had to look her up.
No.
You had to look her up.
Yeah, I looked her I look up the same. It's whatever hot. That's all I type in. I look for good
well, you must have typed that in, but you fucking couldn't transfer it from your brain to your damn computer.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. You're damn right it's bullshit. Anyway. Besides of all the other things we are alcohol influencers. We just became that, about a month ago. Mm-hmm. And here's something. I know you rode an elephant in Florida. Maybe you tried this. The strongest beer in the world. It's called Snake Venom.
Ooh.
67.5% alcohol. Brewed by a Scottish brewery called Brewmeister. So if you really want to get fucked up, grab a 6-pack of Snake Venom.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, 67. That has to taste horrible.
I was just thinking that.
Me too.
Good, right?
Me too, but damn. Yeah, it would be horrible, but you would get a nice buzz on them. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is episode number 109, and we'll have a name for it by the time you watch this, but right now we don't, because like we say, we don't rehearse or have production meetings. I know it's hard to tell, though. With the smooth way we do this, right. It's hard to tell. But, man, I looked at number 9. We just do our favorite, but there were 3 I have to mention.
Okay.
Ted Williams. Mm-hmm. The thing I really like about him, and it was brought up in a movie, Pacino and De Niro. They were cops, and they were about ready to retire, and the boss said, "Hey, do you want to quit?" And they said they named the date, and apparently Ted Williams was hitting 399.9, so it was 400.
Okay.
He said take the last day off, the doubleheader. Williams said no fucking way, and he went like 5 for 7 and ended up at 406.
Jesus.
But that's pretty ballsy. Plus, he was a big time guy in World War II.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
he went away and came back.
Exactly.
And played more,
exactly. Yeah, or he would have a lot more records. Mm-hmm. I thought I had to mention Gordie Howe because he played, I believe, 31 years of professional hockey, and he was a tough You know,
Oh, yeah,
he wasn't some guy that just stood outside. No, he went to the net and a Gordie Howe hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a fight. Still to this day.
Right.
But I guess my favorite number 9, since I'm a Yinzer, is Bill Mazeroski, because he hit that big home run.
Yeah.
I got to take him. And one of our big-time viewers, a living legend, Jim Cox, hates him because he's a Yankee fan, and that's one of his first baseball memories, is Mazeroski knocking over the left field wall. So take that, Cox.
Yeah, I like Jim, but yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you got anything else on number 9?
No, you hit on 2 of mine with Maz and Ted Williams, but just some off-the-wall ones that I remember. Jim McMahon was one that jumps out when I saw. But
he was off the wall.
Yeah, I'll stay true to my Lakers because they made the news this week. You see that?
$10 billion worth. Yeah. Yes, I did see that.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. It was inevitable, so I think the best of a bad situation.
I was surprised. Did you bid for them? Because you got Barlow money.
Please.
10 billion? Yeah, I imagine you. And plus, you're a bank guy. You can just approve the loan to yourself, couldn't you?
I'll bet. Listen, with the 3 of us sitting, I'm the poorest one sitting in this room.
There's
right now.
there's no way.
Absolutely, that's the case. I know that's true. Yeah.
Maybe if you weren't married, but we know what she makes. So don't hand me that bullshit. Don't hand me that bullshit. Yeah, you're worth the less. You're worth. You're definitely the most worthless one. But no, as far as money goes, no.
So, I'll stick with my Lakers. From the University of Cincinnati, Nick Van Exel. Wore number 9 for the Lakers.
I do remember.
I love Nick, and he was there for the beginning of the Shaq and Kobe era. He never got to get a ring, but
he was a left-handed guard.
Yes, right? I loved watching him play. He kind of had, his game was sneaky good. I really liked watching him play, and I'm going with Nick.
Okay,
Nick
all right. So there's some pretty good number 9s. Just a couple things. Well, one of these happened just 45 minutes ago. On my way up here, Tiny lives in the sticks, and we stopped at the bordering town, which is like the main metropolis. Mercer is like the main metropolis compared to you.
It's the county courthouse.
We're right across from the county courthouse, but at the Sheets, I just have to say this. I looked up and then looked around. I thought someone dropped me in the middle of West Virginia. and I'm not talking Morgantown or Charleston. I'm talking Beckley or Bluefield. Oh, my God. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you credit. Yeah. Now I can see why you get away with looking the way you fucking do. Because around here, you look fucking pretty good, Oh, God, was it? It was the ugliest group I think I've seen in years.
I'll play my credentials if I have to about class of 1995.
No, but please, you've already talked enough. He's already talked enough about number 9. And speaking of which, we had beer night yesterday.
We did.
And we love where we go. And the waitresses, we celebrate women here, by the way.
That's right.
We don't objectify, we celebrate.
Correct.
And boy, did we celebrate our waitress last night.
Man.
Damn. But
it was a good night.
It was a real good night, except number 1, it's a lot more crowded in the summer, and they're letting old people in there now.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
Hell, if I want to fucking see old people, I go to a fucking assisted living home. No, I fucking want to go and see a bunch of young chicks. I want to celebrate women. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. A few too many old people. They need to go to that front part where the old people go.
Melissa looked good last night.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what was different hair. I don't know, but
I don't know either. I think our whole table.
We were all
agreed on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's enough celebrating women because we got to move on. New Scientist magazine. I read it. So you don't have to, and he doesn't have to, and our live studio audience doesn't have to. How about that? 3 headlines from this week. Ancient birds were nesting above the Arctic Circle earlier than we thought. Now, when did you think they started nesting there? I thought last week.
Hopefully before the poles switched. Didn't the poles switch at some point?
It said at least 73 million years. I thought it was like in the last month or so. So they were right. It was before I thought.
I guess so.
But I don't. When it says earlier than we thought, who the fuck is we? God damn. Okay, this one you're gonna have to explain to me.
Oh,
I had to write this down because I have no idea what this means. When it comes to primal symbiosis, plants rule. What is primal symbiosis? You have any idea?
I really don't. Like primal to me means like you're taking on something, eating something or whatever. So I don't know what
That's what you think for just about everything we say.
Well, everything's about eating.
Yeah.
I've been known to like a sandwich or two.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Live studio audience. He's already not fucking listening to us.
That's yeah.
You know what?
I don't blame him. I don't blame him so far.
I don't blame you either. I just wondered if you knew what Primal Symbiosis is. You don't, and he fucking owned cows. We may get more to that later. Okay, and the third headline, this has to do kind of with banking, not quite though. Cord blood banking isn't living up to its promise.
Cord blood bank.
I think like umbilical cords, that kind of shit. I think that's what it had to do. I didn't know that it had promised to live up to. Did you?
Too high expectations.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So that's a New Scientist magazine.
Right.
Now, one last thing. This podcast, even though we're 109, some of you might be just watching it for the first time or second time. We're variety. We're the Ed Sullivans of podcasting. And do you actually know who Ed Sullivan was?
I'm familiar.
Ed Sullivan was a no talent guy that brought in fantastic acts. We are no talent guys that do this shit on our own. So we bring you a bunch of mediocre shit.
Right.
That's what we fucking do.
Correct.
So yeah, but at least we do it on our own. Ed he had to bring people in from left and right. No.
He had writers, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, he did. We're live here from the Cathedral. We don't have that shit. No. We give you mediocre shit on our own.
That's
How
right.
about that? Today's show. Dear Tiny. I think it's the 23rd edition of Dear Tiny. We got two letters for him to answer. Did you actually read those?
I did.
Okay, how about that? Now in our
Doesn't
next,
mean I have good answers.
I wasn't assuming that, and neither was anyone that watches all the time. In the third segment, we don't really still know what we're going to do. We have stories that are probably pretty fucking boring, and we have our live studio audience. So we might bring him here. And he's probably fucking boring too. So we just got to decide which is the best, I guess. Although even if you hear from our boring live studio audience, we're still probably going to tell our stories next week. So, and they're going to be no fucking good at all. No good at all. I already know that. Yeah. His isn't going to be good and mine isn't going to be good. When you talk about daughters' softball teams, you like it, but no one else even fucking listens. But hey,
about fantasy teams.
Hey, it's fucking podcast. You have to fucking listen.
That's right.
Okay. But then don't shut it off then, because I have 4 Transylvanian brain freezes from around the globe again. We have the movie game. We have the music game. A little harder this week. Everyone got the music last week. I must be singing so fucking good. Yeah, 11 for 11 last week. 11 for 11. I can't believe my melodious pipes are doing that. Argy Bargy, I found something else to bitch about. I had to push back that one thing 7 or 8 weeks. I promise I'm going to bitch about it next week, but I have something else this week. Would you rather? We have Lipa, D-U-A, Lipa versus Rita Ora. And then Samurai Chatter, if we did a decent job, or our live studio audience, we're definitely going to have him being involved here.
Okay.
If we do our job, this would be interesting, but we won't do our job very well. It's a most hated athletes in your lifetime, and boy, do I got a lot of names that people gave me. Supposedly viewers, I don't know if you fucking watch or not, but I got quite a list of names, and that's how we'll end up.
Mine's really more to just piss you off than anything. That's
well, that won't be hard because you piss me off almost every fucking. You piss me off with your comment right there. See, you want to fucking talk too much. Okay, we'll be back with the 23rd edition of Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my right.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We're live from the Cathedral with a live studio audience. We haven't had one of those for a while. And I think he's going to stay the whole time. How about that?
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah, of course, others have said that too. But they're not here at the end. Yeah. So we'll fucking see that. Okay. But we're going to try to keep your attention because, of course, Dear Tiny, you're going to get to hear some great advice,
of course,
from the whatever the fuck we'd call him. And okay, the first one is from KYY,
right,
of Uniontown. And what would KYY? Does that have anything to do with KY jelly?
I don't know.
It might be because Yeah, I'm wondering about this one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Dear Tiny, last week, one fan divulged their love and admiration to you. I want to ask how your wife feels about you becoming a famous podcaster. Is she the jealous type? What will she do with your newfound fame?
First of all, it's not newfound. I mean, we're 2 years in at this point, not newfound anything fame wise. So I think everybody knows who I am. I think if you were to ask her, although she's busy making trips right now, I think most of the time her attitude is better her than me. I think that's really what it comes down to. Yeah, I think that would really, she couldn't care less. I think there's really only two names I can bring up that would even register with her, and they're both from a long, long time ago. And otherwise, she couldn't give a shit less.
Actually, she was here in the Cathedral a little earlier, and all I heard her do is bitch at you.
Oh, it was
pretty incessant too.
Yeah,
you know,
if usually when I mention any kind of girlfriend or side piece, anything like that, she usually says is make sure she can pay the mortgage. That's her most common thing she replies with is can she cover the mortgage?
Well, if we keep tipping like we did last night, maybe you can grab that waitress.
That's fair. Yeah, she could. Couple tips from us, and she could make the mortgage.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so there you have it, KYY. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, it'll be the same as every other fucking week. Okay, and now we have a letter from Mr. Harrelson.
He's active.
He is, and I want to say something before you answer.
Go ahead.
Dear Tiny, I don't know where to turn. I'm having therapy because I'm a sex addict. Not that I ever thought that was a problem, but some bald-headed asshole with sunglasses keeps sending me photos every other week of two women and asks which one I'd rather do. Mm-hmm. What's your advice? The thing I got to say is it's an amazing coincidence because I send them a picture of two women every other week. So there's a bald-headed asshole doing that and me. I don't wonder what that guy's doing.
What are the chances?
Yeah. I was shocked when I read that.
Well, my advice to Mr. Harrelson is don't pay attention to anything the bald asshole says. I mean, all he's looking to do is create controversy with everybody he works with. So don't worry about him. And I wouldn't, look, sex addict, that to me is all relative. I don't necessarily think he has a problem based on my interactions with him.
And one other thing I'm going to add, Mr. Harrelson is way more famous now than he's ever been in his fucking
I agree.
life.
Yeah, we've had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, we've put him on the fucking map.
I agree,
so,
yes.
Fuck you, Mr. Harrelson. Fuck you. There you have it.
Boy.
And we still haven't decided. We're going to have to make a decision here what we're going to do in this next segment. You're either going to be hearing some very interesting daughter softball stories, or you're going to find out something about our live studio audience. Well, as you can see, an executive decision was made, and Bill is going to join us for this segment, which means you don't have to hear me and Tiny shitty stories until next week.
Right.
So now you're going to hear a shitty interview that we have no idea. And Bill just said, you guys really don't rehearse. No, we do not. We don't know where we're going to go here. But I'm going to go real quick. Bill, nice to have you. I just met Bill.
Great to be here.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you known Tiny?
I think like 2012. That sounds about right.
It was closer to it was like 06, 07.
Boy, Bill, you've already fucked up.
I told you I didn't test well.
It wasn't right because I started at the bank in 06, and then I didn't join the fantasy football league till like 2 years later. Yeah. So it was like 08, 09 at the latest.
Speaking of fantasy, I remember when we were like, do we want this new guy coming in?
Who, Tiny?
We didn't know Tiny, and we were like, we don't want to be all uptight, at the draft party and people zinging each other. You didn't want to.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, when it comes to bringing people into stuff like that, it's all based on the person referring. I think the problem was it was Bob Adams making the referral, and you're saying we don't want another one of Bob running anything. So fuck that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why at Bellevue Bulldogs, it was the other guy. Because I talked to Bellevue Bulldogs, I said, "Hey, we want this guy.
Yeah.
What do you think?" And then we had the draft party, and it was like It was.
And I'm very easy to get along with.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
Well, let me ask you if there's anything like when we brought him in to play basketball. Usually we didn't bring younger people in, but once we saw he sucked, then we said, "Yeah, we can have him be part of this," and then the rest is history. But and then it went both ways. I think he was like a little nervous to come in, and when he saw how we sucked, then he decided, "Yeah, I'm going to come back next week."
He's right in the group, right?
Exactly. And it was the same with the fantasy that you guys weren't all that good at it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who was. There was nobody any really, nobody was dominant. Nobody was kicking ass. I certainly wasn't.
I think much like with basketball, I think I make everyone around better. So I think it really brought up the quality overall.
You make everyone around thinner is what you fucking do, which is why I like hanging out with him, because I told you last week I'm as fat as I've ever been, but I still feel pretty good next to him. Yesterday at beer night, I felt like I had a shot with some of these babes,
Just for I kind of spilled off the camera. If you look on the thing right now, I'm kind of all of me doesn't fit on camera. Right?
That's true when you're in the fucking middle. Okay, a couple. But Bill, what do you do? What do you do for a living?
Real estate appraiser.
A what?
I'm a real estate appraiser.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Does that make a lot of money?
I said it before. I'm the poorest guy in this room right now.
Well, okay. Who has more money? You? Which one are you?
Oh, it's not
Tiny.
even close. Not even
Tiny.
fucking close. No. I'm the poorest guy in this room. There's no doubt about it.
Well, that's not true. But okay, so real estate appraiser is pretty good. So okay,
He has his own business. I mean,
and I just got two more. This is how this all started. Right before we got going, Bill said something about he had cows that he had to sell, and I said, "Why the fuck do you have cows?" And now that I find out he's a real estate guy, why the fuck do you have cows?
Say that again.
Why do you have cows?
Well, I just bought a piece of property with a farm, and then I always kept going out to the farm, and we had tenants in the farmhouse, and I kept saying, "Man, I love being out here. I love being out here." And it was for years and years. And I'm saying, you know what? I want to be out here. Instead of other people enjoying it, I want to be here. So I sold my wife on the idea, and she was receptive.
Well, do you give what do you tell our viewers? Should they buy cows?
Everybody should have like 2 cows. Right?
Okay, all right. Okay,
Why
there
not?
you go.
Why not?
All right, I have one more question,
Go ahead.
and then you can do your bullshit, but don't make it too fucking long. Huh? Is there any weird or embarrassing story you can tell us about Tiny in all these years you've known him?
Weird or embarrassing story?
It should be just about anything, Bill. That shouldn't have been that tough of a question. Just about everything he does is weird or fucking embarrassing.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, there's nothing one specific item thing that I can come up with.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's quick on his feet, that Bill.
Aren't you glad we had Bill here?
Yeah, I'm bringing nothing to the table, and we had no meetings.
All right, Tiny, you got anything else?
Listen, no one else is going to care, but there's a couple of questions I've always wanted to have answered. And, we know each other because of Bob Adams, who says he watches the show, but I'm fairly
No, he
certain.
doesn't. He said he does not watch the show.
He says he's watched it before, but he doesn't.
Yeah, that
watch
was
it.
once, I think.
Right. I think that's right. But
wait, you're going to ask him a question that no one out there cares about,
or the
that's
nobody
real,
else, or
that's
the guy
real
that I'm
fucking
asking.
smart.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
right. I don't care. These are questions I want to know. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
All
Yeah.
right.
So if you may as you may recall, Mr. Adams, he decided he was going through a midlife crisis about when he was my age, and I don't know if you know this, but back when he bought his ATV, his other thing at that time was to get a tattoo. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And he was asking me, I'm like, just don't do the tattoo. And at this point, I'd already started. I wasn't where I'm at now, but I'd already started. I'm like,
I never knew that about the tattoo.
that was on the table, and he decided to buy the ATV instead, which was a much better decision because he ended up turning and selling it and not,
Yeah, he never rode it really anyway.
Well, this is my question: who put more miles on RVA's ATV, you or him?
Me by miles.
That's
Miles and miles. I think my kids put more miles on it than he did.
Because what you don't know is the farm with the cows is where Bob stored his ATV
okay.
at Bill's place. So Bill rode Bob's ATV more than he did. And I thought that was always true because I think he went riding with us twice.
Yeah, at Mines and Meadows.
And the one time, actually, one of the funniest nights,
It's a good place, by the way.
That's a good place to go. I agree. Mines Meadows is good. The one time he actually camped with us overnight, and we were talking earlier, off air. He tried to hang with Misty, drinking moonshine of all fucking things.
Oh, I didn't know this story.
And she's like, okay, let's go. And she obliterated him. It was so funny to watch this dude try to drink moonshine with Misty. It ended terribly.
You mean the captain of the football team from 1980?
That's the one in the same, Bob Adams. Yeah,
He was a captain of the football team.
he was. He'll tell you that. He'd be the first
What
to-
school? Where
Moon Township.
Oh, he went to Moon?
Yes, sir.
They used to suck.
We think it was the badminton team, but we're not. He says football, we say badminton.
Is there? I don't have anything else really. I mean,
Well, good. We're probably about done with this.
You
shit
think we're done?
Yeah, I do.
okay. Is there anything you need to get out there before you want to promote anything?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What do I want to promote? Jeez.
This is a podcast. You can't have a lot of dead time.
Again, he's quick on his
Yeah.
feet.
Okay.
That's why I'm not doing podcasts.
He has nothing to promote. We might have him back for the last segment on the
There you
athletes
go. That's a
we
good
hate,
idea.
but then we'll get him the fuck out of here for the next few. Stay tuned for Transylvanian Brain Freeze.
Transylvania Brain Freeze.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We tell you off the air, sometime we're funny, and sometime one person just bullshits and doesn't shut the fuck
Of
up.
course it's me.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like I was in kind of a groove, but now I don't because I think I haven't talked for fucking an hour. But anyway, welcome back to Transylvanian Brain Freeze. Like I said, we're around the globe here.
Yes.
And I'm going to start off with China.
Oh,
Yeah. A growing number of young Chinese people are paying $4 to $7 a day to work in pretend offices.
oh God, fuck that.
They get desks, lunchrooms, and Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Zhu Lin said, most of us are just there because it's interesting.
oh.
He should watch this shit. Compared to that, we're interesting. And Danang Mayo
Right.
hopes showing up at his fake firm may lead to a job opportunity. And we're worried about China taking us over.
Seriously,
I think we're in pretty good shape.
what would you say you do here?
Okay. Number 2, we got 4 today. 4, count them 4. Asmir Jerkovic. Asmir Jerkovic. He's 19. You think we're in somewhere? We're in Connecticut.
That's on our wheelhouse, though. Of
Yeah.
our people who watch.
Yeah. He was arrested for leading police on a high-speed chase by driving his Mercedes E300 132 miles an hour. Now, as a Mercedes E300, it's got to be a big-time car, right?
I would hope.
Okay. He told officers why he was speeding. He was late for a job interview. if you have a Mercedes E300, do you need a job?
Well, hey, listen, all these millennial shits now, they have everything given to them. So who knows?
Well, okay. I don't know all that, but
No, I don't either.
I think Asmir could have fucking slowed down a little bit.
Right.
I think. Yeah. I'll give him credit, though.
That's a good one.
My car wouldn't go 132 miles an hour if I was going off a fucking cliff, which
I think you should try.
Yeah, maybe I will. Which takes us to New Mexico. New Mexico prosecutors dropped charges against a 16-year-old baseball player for urinating in the opposing team's water jug.
Good for him.
District Attorney Jessica Martinez said, while the act is gross and not right, it's not a crime in New Mexico.
Yeah.
So for those of you that want to urinate in other team's water jug, if you're in New Mexico, go ahead. They can't do anything to you.
I'm taking the criminal in this case. I kind of like that. It's
I
good.
figured you'd
It's
like
innovative.
that one. No, I'm not even going to get into the story, but I have a very similar story.
Oh, no.
Maybe someday.
Oh, boy.
Is that a tease? Okay, last one. On a this is right up your alley.
Uh-oh.
On a 470 passenger flight. That's a big ass
It's a
plane.
big plane, yeah.
You ever been on one that big?
I think maybe I flew from Montreal to Heathrow. It was a big one. British Airways.
Okay, well, this is British Airways.
Okay.
Flight was from San Francisco to London.
Mm.
And it was time for the meal service, and one of the flight attendants went missing. So they started looking for him, and he was found dancing naked in the business class restroom. A colleague said
I can relate.
that's why I thought you'd like this. Colleague said he was staging a one-man disco.
Oh, I'm a good dancer.
And then one of the passengers said, we were cruising at 37,000 feet, but the bloke seemed to be higher than anyone else.
Good for him.
The attendant was put into a pair of pajamas, buckled into his seat for the rest of the flight. He was subsequently arrested and suspended, but not fired.
Oh,
Not fired.
see?
You don't get fired for that?
Who hasn't been high on the job before?
Okay. We're looking to add to our patron podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Should it be British Airway flight attendants, maybe?
Maybe.
Or Chinese workers? Or people pissing in water jugs? I don't know.
How about inebriated British Airway?
Okay. That's it. We'll bring that up later on. We'll add that to the list.
Okay.
But we'll be back with the movie game. Okay. Boy, you see, it threw me off. We're back. Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. This is the movie game. And this is the game where it's 2, 2, and 2. I give you 2 lines from a movie, 2 characters from the movie, and 2 actors from the movie. And then Tiny and 10 other people who are competing try to guess the movie and the year. 5 points for the movie, 1 point for the year. Like I said earlier, I think everyone's been doing too well. I try to make this, I don't want to make them too tough, but I think this is a little tougher.
Wow,
a little tougher. Both this one and the music game. Okay, so you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, first line from this movie. I insist on enjoying life. I'm not a workhorse. If you're looking for a Clydesdale, I'm probably not your man. Like, I don't live to work. Incidentally, what's your policy on Columbus Day? Guy said, we work. He said, really? The guy discovered the new world? I'm afraid to ask about victory over Japan Day. Okay, I don't think I know this. That's the one. That's a good. I don't think you will.
It's a good line though.
But yeah, okay. In this one, Carl Peterson said, "You got your first 10-speed bike, and suddenly you're Lance Armstrong." And then the guy answered, "You leave Lance out of this. Guy's done more with 1 testicle than you and I could do with 3."
Wow.
Okay. The 2 actors are characters. I'm sorry, Molly Peterson and Mr. Thompson.
Whoa.
And the 2 actors are Owen Wilson and Kate Hudson.
Oh, that's a death knell for me. I can't stand.
You don't like Owen Wilson?
No, I can't stand her.
Really?
She's so annoying. No.
Yeah, but she's hot though. We celebrate hot women here and ugly women. We like to celebrate hot ones a little bit more, but we celebrate them all.
Wow. I don't
idea?
think I know this.
Okay,
one
I
at
thought
all.
you do. You want to guess a year? At least you know Owen Wilson and Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
So, I know for those of you, pause if you need to.
I mean, 2008.
Oh, 2006. 2006. The name of the movie, You, Me, and Dupree.
Ugh.
You don't know it?
I've never seen it. No, I've
It's
heard
actually
of it.
pretty. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Michael Douglas is in it.
Okay.
And Matt Dillon and there's some pretty good people.
I had no idea.
Okay, You and Me and Dupree. I think it's good. 2006.
I like him. He's okay.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't, but he's all right.
Who?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson? Yeah, he's funny in this too.
Yeah. Okay.
He's kind of the third wheel, and he just fucks everything up. Matt Dillon and Kate Hudson are married. He's best friends with Matt Dillon, and he just won't fucking leave.
That's awesome.
Okay, Owen Wilson, Kate Hudson, and Matt Dillon, 3 of the stars. They're all left-handed, as you are, right?
I am.
Yeah. So
my game is both. Either way.
Yeah,
I'm amphibious.
Just shut up. I know you're doing on land and water. Okay. And his Owen Wilson was, I think he nailed this chick once named Mandy. And she's mentioned several times in the movie, but her face never appears on screen. You only see the back of her head once, and she's not even in the credits.
Oh,
okay. So there you got it. Yumi and Dupree, 2006. I recommend it. Tiny gets a big 0, but I expect. I told you this is going to be a little tougher this week.
All you are is back to the weekend, trying to do a name that song.
Welcome back to the music game. Like I said, a little more difficult this week because last week everyone got it. Everyone got it. They didn't get the whole thing. Even you got it. Of course, it was because of my singing. I'm going to sing this one too. How about that? Yeah. But this one is by a famous band. Ooh, I'll give you that. Very, very, very famous band. But this isn't one of their big time hits. So, but it's one I like the song a lot. I like it.
It's not the Eagles. I'm good.
It's not. I'll give you that.
There
hint.
we go. Good.
So you there's your hint. It's every other group it could be, but the
Eagles.
Okay. All right, you ready? I give you the lyrics. If you get 3 points for the title of the song, 2 points for the artist or group, and 1 point for the year. Okay. Well, I just got into town today to find my girl who's gone away. She took the Greyhound at the general store. I searched myself, I searched the town. When I finally did sit down, I find myself no wiser than before. Now my baby's gone, I don't know what to do. She took my love and walked right out the door. And if I ever find that girl, I know one thing for sure. I'm gonna give her something like she's never had before. That's some good-ass singing right there. That is some good-ass singing.
Terrible.
No, that was good
It
singing.
doesn't help at all.
Doesn't?
No.
Well, I told you. I told you. Wasn't I was, first of all, you claim to be a fucking expert, and you suck. You suck. You're in last fucking. Oh, wait.
Listen. We didn't go. Go ahead.
Boy, we forgot something.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can put it up.
Well,
you knew post-production.
This is a good way to do it because this gives this avoids the dead air section. So go ahead, keep talking.
Yes, it does. Okay. I can go back to the movie game.
Oh, we didn't do it for that at all.
No, we didn't. It was Yimmy, Columbo, and Paul G. But like I said, everyone, I'm impressed that everyone's doing pretty well. And then in the music game, what we're playing right now, it looks like Yimmy 44, Paul G 43, 3-pack 42.
Wow.
But everyone got points last week, and you're in dead last place. You're even losing to Teddy Roosevelt, who sucks. Sucks.
Man. This week isn't going to help.
Okay.
This sounds like it's a song from what's the card? Ocean's 11. The remake, not the original, but the remake with Clooney and Brad Pitt and them. Is this in that movie by any chance?
Not that I know of, but sure.
I don't know.
Okay, I already did my I did enough dead time.
Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah.
Okay, give me a band at least.
No,
fuck! I told you they were a famous band. Give me a famous fucking band.
I don't know what bands sing about chicks. It could be. It could be the B-52s for all I know.
Okay. No. Okay. Give me a year.
1979.
That's right.
There we go.
You're going to tie Teddy Roosevelt because I don't think Teddy's going to get this one at all. 1979 is the year. Go. The band is Led Zeppelin, believe it or not.
I was going to fucking say, I swear to God.
No, you weren't.
I swear to you.
Yeah, no, you suck.
All they do is talk about banging chicks. It's the whole fucking, their first 5 albums.
And the name of the song is Hot Dog. And the crazy thing is, it's only mentioned right at the beginning. It's hot dog. And then they sing the whole thing. But I always liked the song. I always liked it. Hot Dog, Led Zeppelin, 1979. I'm going to think not too many are going to get biggest scores this week because I got tired of everyone getting it right all the time. Okay, so Tiny gets himself 1 point out of 12 this week. I'll be back with Argy Bargy because I'm pissed.
Hey, give us some of that give it some of that
This is the segment where I bitch about things, Argy Bargy. And it came to my attention. In the NFL, they have this thing called organized team activities. And it's basically practice without the pads, apparently. Right. And the NFL allows 10 organized team activities. The Steelers quit at 6 this year.
Ooh.
Did they not need the fucking practice? Have they won a playoff game in 8 fucking years? No. They have a new quarterback. They have new running backs. They have new wide receivers. They have new offensive tackles, a new defensive tackle, new linebacker. Their secondary is sucked. They would give up touchdowns and look at each other like, what the fuck? Why don't we need those extra practices? Why did we quit? Because we're doing so fucking well. Steelers practice as much as you're fucking allowed and then more. If anything, I want them cheating the other fucking way. I have season fucking tickets since 1985 and I'm watching this bullshit and they're not practicing. Oh, what? They don't make enough fucking money? Fuck them. Practice. Maybe you'll win a fucking playoff game. That's my Argy Bargy. Oh, welcome back here. Would you rather? Used to be our most popular segment. I don't know if it still is or not. It might very well might be. It's the segment where we celebrate women. And today we're celebrating in a close contest, Rita Ora versus Dua Lipa. Not Dia Lipa, like some people who can't fucking spell. But anyway, I had a lot of people vote, but not as many comment at this time.
Oh, okay.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 comments for Dua. He said he saw Rita up close, and she's not all that.
Really?
That's what he said.
Boy, that's not what I got
And
from
he's not a bullshitter either. I mean,
boy.
And this one said, I choose Dua to put her Lipa on my rooster. And a couple for this one guy said Rita, and it's not even close.
Wow.
Which surprised me because you put those photos up. Those were good photos of both.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought those were wonderful.
I did good at the important stuff.
You know,
who the fuck cares what their name is?
Yeah, I will say one thing. You did find 2 good photos there. I was very pleased with both because when I thought of it, it was kind of I didn't really have much to go on. And I just fuck it, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, those were good.
Okay.
And this person, not from the person you think this would be, said Rita Dua had good and bad picks. He did research.
Yes.
See? Said Rita had a good body of work, and may I use the word titters?
Whoa!
Yeah,
catching on.
It is catching on. So he said, I shall take Rita oral and not a spell check. How about that, huh? And that was one of our living legends.
Nice.
By the way, I forgot to mention in our poll of what you'd rather eat in Pittsburgh, Pepe's won unanimously.
Wow!
Even though you didn't fucking play again.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No,
I looked at the names.
I think somebody sabotaged.
No,
me.
you didn't fucking play. But anyway, Pepe's won in a unanimous decision,
as it should.
And I was one of the voters, and I did
agree.
agree.
Your shit
And
fish.
keep going to the website because we're changing stuff up now.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other thing we have now? You don't fucking know, Jesus. It's good. It's actually really good. You'd actually like it.
Yeah.
You have $15 to spend, and it's which sporting events you'd like to go to.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I hope she keeps it up because I want to talk about that next week.
Okay.
Anyway, a comment to adore.
There he is.
Yeah. He said both look great, and I certainly wouldn't kick either one to the curb. But I'm going with Dua. Little bigger memories. And that outfit she has on begs to cream my DVDs.
Wow.
Oh, well, that was a pretty good outfit.
Yeah.
And those lips are the perfect shape to play beautiful music on my saxophone. That was a comment to adore. Remember, we don't make these comments. You do. And then for the second time in this show,
he's been busy.
We got something from Mr. Harrelson.
That's right.
Mr. Harrelson. He said, tough choice. I'm not sure who would age faster, but I'm a little concerned who might have a bit more steel wool down by the gooey spot. Mr. Harrelson's getting a little sicker as we go, isn't he? He gives me shit. He said they're both Eastern European, and we all know they have been known to grow Brillo pads. Did we all know that?
He's not wrong.
Hold on, there's more. Oh, damn, it went up. But neither show any Omar Sharif mustaches nor any Brezhnev unibrow.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Mr. Harrelson's a scholar.
Yeah, I see that. coming
So
through.
he said, yet I'll go with Rita and hope I won't get the skin scoured off little Harrelson. So I think the comment to Adora and Mr. Harrelson pulled us out of this one, didn't they?
Yeah, I
But
think so.
we still have the vote. And like I say, every 2 weeks, we put, believe it or not, we put no time into this. Who you voting for?
So
Our votes don't count, by the way.
Oh, they don't.
No,
Okay.
no,
All right.
not going to matter.
I'm with Mr. Harrelson on this one. The little research I did, the Dua Lipa, I was on, and then I got to like the second paragraph of her wiki, and it was she identifies as a feminist, and I'm just thinking, oh man, next thing I know, I'll be standing on the corner in Cranberry asking for my foreskin back or something shitty, So I'm going with Aura.
You going with Rita? Okay.
Yeah, Rita.
Okay. I'm going with Dua. I didn't know about your thing, but I'm not. I don't care what she identifies with. I just want to fucking nail the shit. I'm sorry. We're celebrating women. We're celebrating women.
Right.
But anyway, Dua wins 35-16.
Holy
with our
shit.
votes, 35-16. Yeah, I thought it would be close based on those photos you put up.
I actually thought Rita's picture was way better, to be honest.
Dua looked great though.
Nah, I'm not dumb. I understand.
Well, okay, like almost always, you're dumb as fuck and you're in the minority.
No,
yeah.
Well, what the fuck? Listen, again, this is like going to a restaurant and the people say, what do most people, what's good? And the waitress says, most people order this. People are fucking stupid.
See, here's the deal.
No, people are stupid.
You are fucking wrong.
No, that's fucking, people are fucking morons.
If a meal is popular with people,
that means a lot of people.
It's good.
No. It means a lot of people are fucking stupid and they don't know what good food is.
No. You're even more full of shit than you normally
That's bullshit.
are. No. If the waitress tells you it's popular, get it instead of getting some dumb fucking.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it.
Instead of getting some used
Your
cow.
lasagna will be frozen in the middle. I guarantee it.
Instead of getting used cow from Bill's farm. Okay. We'll be back with Samurai Chatter. Well, maybe I'm not good. Okay, welcome back to Samurai Chatter, our final segment, which has become pretty interesting lately. We better watch it or we're going to become popular. And in this one, we're going to talk about the most hated athletes, and I got a huge response. Huge. Well, you can see.
I see the name. I can't read it, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read all the names, and then we're going to maybe talk about them a little bit, and then we're going to get our live studio audience. We're going to get his. We're going to get Tiny's. We're going to get mine. And I don't know where this will go. Probably not very fucking far. Okay, but this is quite an extensive list. I'll give these people got one vote.
Okay.
Niger Morgan, Josh Allen, Billy Hamilton, Bo Jackson.
What a bunch of yinzers.
Bo
Jackson?
I don't know that they were all yinzers. I don't get. I get these from not around the globe, around the country though.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick, Peyton Manning, Adam Graves. You even know who that is?
Adam Graves.
He's a hockey player that was an asshole.
Okay.
Terrell Suggs. Bjorn Borg. That surprised me a little bit. Yeah.
I know where that came from.
Where?
Is that
No,
okay.
it didn't. It didn't. It obviously came though from someone like McEnroe and Connors.
Yeah,
and
right.
Borg was fucking winning all the time.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett. What, you don't like that one?
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, she had good reason. She had good reason.
Okay.
I remember who did that. Barry Bonds, Aaron Rodgers, Scott Hartnell. That's another hockey player.
Okay.
He played for the Flyers.
Okay.
Angel Reese.
I can understand that one.
Now
Good
here
Lord.
I have one asshole buddy. Do you know who Gabe Rivera is?
I don't know that I do.
He played for the Steelers for about. He was a first round draft choice for about 7 weeks, and he got in a car wreck and was paralyzed.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
They had a hell of a run there for a while.
Yeah. Manny Pacquiao, Ron Hextall as a player.
Okay.
I didn't like him as a general manager all that much either.
Yeah.
Tom Wilson, that's another fucking. He plays for the Washington Capitals. He is a douchebag.
Okay.
This is a race car driver, Max Verstappen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He's not NASCAR. He's
That
Formula.
has to be a Guru one.
It's not.
Jesus.
No, Guru gave 5 race car drivers, and I'm not doing it. I refuse. I refuse.
Attaboy, Guru.
Yeah. Noah Lyles, Jose Altuve, Megan Rapinoe. Yeah, I hate that bitch too.
Wow.
Bill Lambier.
Mm.
Did you like him or hate him?
No, Bad Boy Pistons were. I didn't care for them at that
You didn't?
point. No. I was a Showtime Lakers guy, and they were terrible.
See, I was okay with Lambier.
Yeah,
He wasn't that good, but he got the most out of what he had.
for sure.
Michael Vick, Ken Linseman. That's another hockey guy.
Okay.
Alex Ovechkin, obviously. that had to be a Yinzer.
Yep.
Heinz Ward.
Ah.
That was an anti-Yinzer.
Yeah.
Brian Bosworth.
Oh.
Now that was Guru, and this is the one that I'm okay with. Brian Bosworth, but Guru Pete Weber, he's a bowler. How can you hate a fucking bowler? We talked about this yesterday at beer night. You can't hate a bowler.
That's so good.
I just got this one in today. Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that.
That's
okay.
a good one.
Here, do you have anything to say about any of those other ones? Or?
Nothing jumps out that I haven't
Okay.
already said. No, I mean I can see why they are, and if I weren't trying to piss you off, that would be a lot of those would be the same reason why I picked my other guy.
Okay, here was 2 votes. Pete Rose and
no way.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ah,
One was an anti-Yinzer, but one was a fucking Pittsburgh guy. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
you know where I stand with when I talk him and Heinz Ward. Man, they Heinz Ward deserves all the shit Ben gets credit for.
Well, see, Heinz Ward, now that was a Cleveland Browns fan.
Okay.
So I'll give him that. Lance Armstrong got 2 votes.
Ah, boo.
These people got 5 votes.
Holy shit!
Vontez Burfict.
Yeah,
What, you liked him?
I don't like him, but he
you're
would have
a-
made a good wrestling heel.
You're a moldy penis. Ray Lewis got 5 votes. And you're going to disagree with that too?
No, I can.
Okay.
see why.
Yeah, he did murder somebody.
That's not why I hate him.
No, you wouldn't. Tom Brady got 5 votes.
Yeah.
And then with 6 votes, leading the pack is LeBron James. Okay, let's go to our live studio audience, who you know now.
Yeah.
Bill, who you got?
Mine is not on that list. Muhammad Ali.
Whoa,
Really?
that's
Muhammad Ali, he said.
That's a big one. Damn.
Now, okay, when I grew up, you're not as old as me, but you remember him boxing, though, apparently. There was an anti-Ali thing, but that kind of wore off after a while.
Yeah.
Apparently not the Bill.
Yeah.
When you own cows, you hold a grudge, I guess, you know?
It was with the way, the Thrill of Vanilla with Joe Frazier, and they promoted the fight. He basically trashed Joe Frazier, and my favorite boxer growing up was Joe Frazier.
Okay, Bill said he liked Joe Frazier. We are on air here, see. We can't listen to a goddamn long-ass explanation.
That was
you know?
a good. You had to give the answer.
He did, but he didn't have to go on like you fucking do. You know, yeah.
Everybody talks as long as you criticize.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Anyway, okay, so Joe Frazier was his favorite boxer, and that's why he didn't like Ali,
Yeah.
which is understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
So this isn't my answer, but along the lines of what a lot of people I think cited, Tim Duncan is the sports guy, because in the Shaq Kobe era of the Lakers, that dude was just somebody that he killed them. And, the Lakers probably could have had twice as many titles in the Shaq Kobe era without Tim Duncan being there. And it's not that I hate him. I knew he was just so fucking good. And he was the reason that the Spurs held the Lakers back as much as they did. However, my answer.
Okay, good. Because you're going to give an answer to piss me off, right?
Well,
even that one pissed me off. That one's just stupid.
No, no. That's a good answer.
You're
because
a fucking idiot.
No,
You're
that's not. No,
that was the worst answer of this whole group.
I actually think I like Tim Duncan. I like
Tim Duncan's a good guy.
I know he is. I just hated him because he always had Lakers.
All right,
always
just
had
get your fucking answer.
My real answer to this, and we brought this up last night. It's Livy Dunn.
Oh,
it's Livy Dunn. She just fucking she just forces things. It's annoying. She's glomming on to all his skiing success. And you know, as far as her being hot and whatever, I'd fuck her. But I can, dude.
Oh, she's not going to fuck you now.
No, bullshit. No, she would. No, with my hair, no, she'd love me. And everybody, you know, she's hot for a gymnast or whatever, but.
No, she's hot for anybody.
Listen, I can name stupid. 5 porn stars
you're
that are hotter than her.
Well, porn stars you might have a chance with because they fuck everybody. You know.
She's
okay. Libby Dunn was stupid and Tim Duncan was stupid.
No,
okay.
Absolutely. Those are good answers. Those are both good answers.
Now on, his
for
votes
2 different reasons.
No,
for 2 different reasons. Those are both very good answers. No, that's bullshit. Those are good answers for the right reasons.
Here's the deal. We take opinions here and everything's
and
but no, those two are
mine
stupid.
Is right. No, mine is a right
those
opinion.
Are wrong.
It's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Okay. I'm going with Jack Tatum. Do you even remember him?
For the Oakland
Raiders. He was dirty as hell. He always was hurting people. He fucking paralyzed Darryl Stingley.
Oh, that's right.
And he put Steelers out all the time, and they were late hits. Now, granted, they let more go back then, but I never liked that fucker. I hated him, and I looked him up. He's been dead for 15 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's not enough. Wish he was dead longer. Not that matters.
My answers are better.
No, your answers suck. Okay. So LeBron James wins.
I get it. I see why a lot of people don't like him.
Me too, kind of.
He's hard to like.
Yeah.
He just is. I'm a Lakers guy, and every Lakers fan I know can't wait till the LeBron era is over.
I stuck with him for a long time because I will say one thing for LeBron. He never got arrested. But there's a lot of shit I don't like about him. Okay. But anyway, we're moving on. We got a quote from Rodney Dangerfield this week. How about that?
Nice.
Rodney says, I could tell my parents hated me. My bath toys were a toaster and a radio. So there you have it. We are 730 pounds of podcast proclivity. We're the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. We're the hardest working podcast in 4 states, plus Suriname. We're the only immersive podcast in the Mid-Atlantic states. I forgot to mention this. We are 57 years of marriage with no divorce.
That's right.
And we are the patron podcast of Honeybees with No Memory. And what did we decide?
Was it the Chinaman, or
are we going to go with the Chinaman, or
what was the other one?
Well, we'll let you know next week. That's a tease. You'll see. You'll see who were a patron pod, either the Chinese or let's see, guys pissing in a jug, or no. Drunken British Airway flight attendants.
That's what it was.
That's what we are. That's what we're
inebriated.
Inebriated. Okay. Isn't drunken and inebriated?
I don't know.
Synonymous? I'm sorry, you don't know what that means. I gotta bring down my damn language. They mean the same. Okay.
You need to speak at a USA Today level for me.
Okay. So we'll be back next week with podcast number 110, and that'll have a name, and this one will have a name too by the time you watch this. Thanks for watching.